Hello and welcome to Love Advice TV. My name is Coach Adrian, and in today's video, I wanted to explore if your ex is the right person for you. This may sound trivial, but there's a reason why this video is very, very important. I coach people all over the world who are really serious about getting back with someone that they love and lost. And experience has shown that sometimes you may be fighting for a relationship that isn't actually healthy, that isn't actually good for you. And so I wanted to explore this topic a little bit with you today. So first and foremost, the question that I have for you is why? Why are you hoping to get back with this individual? It cannot be simply because you love them, because you can love someone that isn't right for you. So there needs to be more of a reason there. Do you actually think that you guys can be happy together? Do you actually think that you guys can make each other happy? Because at the time of a breakup, very often you can be blinded, completely blinded by your feelings and your emotions. And so obviously, because the emotions are so strong, you want to make it work at all cost. And very often I ask individuals to describe the relationship, the dynamics of when you guys were together. And quite often they describe a relationship in which they were not happy, a relationship in which their needs were not being met. And in times when, they thought about breaking up with their significant other. And so just because this other person broke up first, or just because the relationship ended, does not mean now that all of a sudden you have to look at everything that you've lost and start to project a relationship that is perfect. It is not about the aspiration or the potential of what the relationship could be. It's also about what it actually was. Because in day-to-day life, oftentimes it's not about potential. It's about how we make each other feel and how we make each other better. Which leads me to my second point. You need to pursue a relationship with someone that actually can help you grow, that can actually help you become a better person. And if you are lucky enough to be with someone that can inspire you, that can make you grow, you need to ask yourself if you, in turn, are able to bring the best out of this person. And if you were not able to do that in the past, it doesn't mean that you can't do so in the future, but you need to have the right posture and you need to really go into this relationship with the right intentions. So, as we were talking about, this cannot be just about getting back together. It needs to also be about happiness and love. Because ultimately, if you guys cannot make each other happy, then what are we fighting for? I often say in my videos that I don't do what I do to just help two people get back together. I do what I do to help individuals and couples be happy and fulfilled in their relationship. And so you cannot let the end goal blind you. And oftentimes that's when a lot of mistakes happen, when you're blinded by your feelings and your emotions at the end of a relationship. And so we make all sorts of mistakes. And I describe what mistakes not to make in our secret video, the gift that I've created for you, the 10 most common mistakes that people make during a breakup and after a breakup. And I urge you to check that out to ensure that you don't make those same mistakes while you're being blinded by your feelings and emotions, when you're in that vulnerable state after a breakup where you're not fully yourself. Another question that is very important for you to ask when you're contemplating if this is the right person for you and if you should pursue another go at this relationship is the notion of being able to maintain unity through adversity and crisis. All relationships have their ups and downs. And how we deal with that adversity oftentimes will define the success of a relationship. And so when the going gets tough, when you guys don't see eye to eye, or perhaps when you're facing an issue in your personal or your private life, how you guys are able to deal with that adversity should be a determining factor when choosing to pursue this relationship or not. Some couples that I work with barely ever fought, and they just ended up falling out of love for each other, or they were facing challenges that came in the way of their relationship and of fulfilling love. Other people continuously fight like cats and dogs. There's this deep, passionate connection, and they don't know how to manage their feelings and the passions surrounding different elements of the relationship and different stages of life and different challenges that they go through. And so you're drawn to this person because of passion and love and deep intimacy. But in reality, you both don't have the tools to be able to manage those challenges. And oftentimes there are personality clashes where we just cannot communicate effectively under pressure with certain individuals that were brought up in a different way or in a different culture. And so the very nature of our upbringing can make it very challenging to be able to progress effectively through the relationship. So now, I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying. Two people that are coming from different cultures can be very compatible and can deal with conflict in a very pure and effective way. And I've dealt with individuals that basically were from the same hometown and grew up in the same school, and their families know each other but are unable to communicate effectively. So this is something that I really want you to consider when addressing this theme of compatibility with your ex. Ultimately, if you're able to develop the right quality traits and attributes to deal with this adversity and to make each other better, if you're convinced that you can do this, then go for it. And make sure that you use the breakup as a catalyst to become that better version of you, to build the right dynamic and to develop the right qualities to be that partner that you can be and that your significant other deserves. But it's important for you not to just be gung-ho about getting back together and not be obsessed with this outcome without giving serious consideration to whether this is the right person for you or not. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to determine that. You need to let the dust settle to make sure that you're not enthralled in all sorts of feelings and angst and vulnerability. And ultimately, if it isn't the right person for you, it's not the end of the world. You will bounce back and you can find someone that can meet your needs. And if you do determine that it is the right person for you, then at least you can have the peace of mind to know that you're fighting for something that is worthwhile, that you're fighting the good fight, and that you're approaching this the right way, for the right reasons and with the right intention. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that this will give you a little bit more clarity as to what you're engaged in and why you are fighting to restore a broken relationship. You know that we are here to support you in that journey. You will find tons of content on our channel. We have amazing coaches, Coach Nat, Coach Abby, Coach Danny, Coach Alex, that are really there to help you in this time of need. You can leave your comments, your questions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, fuel my fire, so that we can continue to do more videos and to continue to invest in providing you with quality content. As always, this is Coach Adrian, fighting the good fight with you. Take good care and see you soon for another video.